I have just become aware that someone claims to have photographed a lighthouse from France. Generally speaking, photographing a lighthouse from France, perfectly reasonable thing to do. But this person claims to photograph the lighthouse over on the right, at the tip of Corsica, well, on a tiny island off the north tip of Corsica, from somewhere near the French coast. Now, I had a look somewhere near the French coast, and I don't know exactly where he claimed to have taken the photograph, but there's a road up here just above the 1,000 metre mark, and there's nothing in between that's even above, well, there is that Turmadeloc at 600. So candidates are that tower and this bend in the road up here, because we all know these clowns won't actually hike to take the photograph from, say, the border up here at 1,140 some metres. Fine. There's your lighthouse. There's the same measurement, or the Uraglia Tower on the island. Close enough, it was somewhere right here. There are, of course, also lighthouses on Corsica, and it does have peaks, and you wouldn't have to be many degrees off your bearing to be looking at Corsica, or, you know, Monte Cinto, which is kind of tall, rather than looking at this little tiny thing. But you may notice my measurement line doesn't end at the lighthouse. I didn't just measure the distance to this island. It carries on off the right and goes across this island, which is the next one to the east. You notice it's crossing the 400 metre contour line here. There's a little bit of difference between a 400 metre tall island and that little tiny bit of rock off the north tip of Corsica. Just, it's about 400 metres taller. But wait, there's more. It also goes across this 800 metre contour line here in the middle. Sant'Alcinaldo. Just southeast of there is some kind of bump, north of Prata. And yeah, that line of sight crosses the 800 metre contour line, which is 800 and some metres above, well, the 800 metre contour line is slightly less than 800 metres, but the 830 metre high point on that bump is like half a mile higher than the lighthouse they claim to have seen. But wait, there's more. See, if you carry on east even farther than that, east of Gaifana and Colle, way out here, out of Umbria into Marche, you find that line of sight is just skimming across this 1,000 metre contour line. Ah, yeah. Left of centre and right of centre, there are actually two bumps, both more than a kilometre tall. Just very, very slightly to the right of that line of sight that they claim to have had. But wait, there's more! Yeah, if you go all the way across to the far side of the Adriatic, you actually find that line of sight crosses the 1,600 metre contour line. That is a mile-high mountain. Why weren't they claiming to have seen that? Why was there sky behind the little tiny dark pixel they were claiming was that bump in that lighthouse, when there should have been a mile-high mountain somewhere over there in, like, Serbia or Bosnia or Herzegovina or Montenegro or whichever bit this is? And it really is the same line of sight, see? On your left, you've got that southern bit of France, pretty much on the border with Catalonia. And then you've got Corsica, this is Sardinia south of it. And it's just skimming the north end of Corsica and across Italy and across the Adriatic and all the way out there into apparently southern Serbia. Apparently. Of course, if you carry on that line of sight to the east, you're going to get occupied Armenia over here, which doesn't have mountains tall enough to be visible behind a mile-high mountain at that distance. So, you know, that's a problem. But wait, this map you're seeing on the screen, it's based on a globe. They don't like that map, do they? No, they like the azimuthal equidistant projection of the globe centred on the North Pole, on which the line of sight from French-Spanish border southwest of Perpignan, over here in the bottom left, across the north end of Corsica, goes across Italy and across the Adriatic, and actually a little farther south, and it doesn't hit that mile-high mountain. It goes through actual Turkey and occupied Armenia, and across northern Syria, and across Iraq and southern Iran, and you'll be seeing the Burj Dubai. If you're going to make ludicrous claims about having seen tiny little lighthouses, why don't you just claim to have seen the Burj Dubai? That's like 900 meters tall. Idiots. There it is.